Hello, I am Just Snow, and today we'll be looking at the FV107. Now this is a tank I've been wanting to cover for a little bit, as it is, well, the 107. This is basically Era 1's version of the Weasel, except it's actually balanced. When I think of light tanks, I generally think of this, and if I want to play one, I'll also probably play this. It's my favourite light tank in the entire game. Because it's good. But it's not overpowered like the Weasel. Now, the 107 is a good light tank because it's very concealed. And that's about it. It's concealed and it's fast. Has no other upsides. I mean, it doesn't have any armor, its gun's pretty pathetic. Don't deal very much damage at all in this game. It struggles to pen anything frontally. It can't kill any heavy tanks at all. But this is what the Weasel one should be. Is the FV107, basically. A vehicle meant only for spotting and assisting, but not really for dealing damage. Yes, you can deal damage. Let's say you can't. You do get some pretty high damage games in this thing from time to time. It's pretty rare though. But it does happen. And it's also not impossible to hit, as you can see. I've already lost 700 HP. But most of what you'll do in this tank is run around the map, run around circles, try not to get hit, while maybe popping off a few shots at lighter tanks, like, like your bulldogs, maybe some, just light and medium tanks. That's what you'd be doing, that's what you'd be killing, and just racking up assist. That's all you'll be doing in this thing, but it's fun to play. And we do have a very similar vehicle in Euro 2, it's called the Scorpion 90, but it's not very good, as it gets outcompeted by everything. Literally everything, because it doesn't have AGTMs like the BMPs or the Mardas, it doesn't have a fast firing gun like the Weasel. The only thing it's going for is its speed, and the fact that it's small. Which is the same thing going on with this, but in Era 1 this thing you see a fair bit of, because it's quite good. Anyway, the reason why I think this is basically the Era 1's version of the Weasel is because the Weasel is a small, fast, light tank. It's good for spotting, and that's what this is. It's good. It's a small, fast light tank. It's good for spotting. But the Weasel is overpowered because its gun is stupendously good. This is what the gun should sort of be modelled after. A really weak gun. It doesn't have very much penetration. It's really only meant for taking out light vehicles. That's what the Weasel should be. But anyway, this is the reason why you see quite a lot of these, apart from the fact that they're good, as I keep saying, is because it's a very good light tank that's very easy to get a hold of. This is near the top of Era 1, I believe it is the top of Era 1, and it's smallest light tank of Era 1. It's second fastest tank of Era 1, only beaten by the German thing, forgot its name. But yeah. It's RU251, that's what it's called. But it's pretty easy to get hold of. It does require a bit of grinding, especially for the 101, which is this, but with a gun that fires high explosive, which as you can imagine, does not do very well against really anything. It's a pretty low velocity gun as well. It's basically only good for killing 107s and light tanks that are sitting still. This thing is... it's good, but it's not overpowered. Which is why I think this is what the Weasel... the Weasel, of course, has an autocannon, but just give it less pen, and we'll have, well, Era 2's version of this. Another Era 2 version of this. Premium version. Anyway. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's not my favorite tank. It's one of my favorite tanks. And it's, you know, it's really what the Weasel 1 MK prototype should be. It should be a tank that's there to spot the enemy, get assist, and maybe deal a little bit of damage against incredibly lightly armored targets. Anyway, that's all I have for this video. So yeah, if you enjoyed, please leave a like. And, well, that's about it. So yeah, goodbye.